From 1995 to 2004, 9 seasons of mid-90s sitcom brilliance unfolded in the fictional suburbs of Cleveland, Ohio. A show that captured the essence of ordinary life with uncommon wit, built on the foundation of one man's relatable struggles with unemployment, depression, and the search for meaning in modern America. This was television that didn't shy away from mental health, weight, addiction, and reinvention. Some cast members have since navigated their own personal transformations both on and off screen. Others have stepped away from the spotlight entirely, choosing quieter lives beyond the cameras. Still others found extraordinary second acts in different mediums and venues. By March 2026, 7 members of this ensemble remain living, while 2 have passed into memory. We begin our examination of those who made The Drew Carey Show what it was, though one of our featured performers prefers to remain unnamed at this opening moment, their story unfolding as the narrative progresses through the years of laughter and vulnerability. Number 1. We have Drew Carey as Drew Carey. For Drew Carey himself, the 1995 premiere represented both a triumph and a mirror. He had battled depression since childhood, losing his father at age 8 and later attempting suicide while at Kent State University. The show itself became therapeutic, a mechanism for processing his own experiences with alienation and self-doubt. When his mother died in 2002, Carey spiraled again, using food as solace and developing a relationship with alcohol that colored his perspective during the show's final seasons. Yet by the early 2000s, something shifted within him. After the series concluded in 2004, Carey undertook a deliberate transformation, shedding 80 pounds with trainer Mark Vahanian and completely restructuring his approach to wellness. When he assumed the position of host for The Price is Right in 2007, he emerged as a visibly different person, not just physically, but mentally more grounded. His willingness to discuss depression and addiction in interviews became a form of cultural advocacy, normalizing conversations that television had long treated as taboo. The reinvention of Drew Carey proved that the vulnerability he performed on the sitcom translated into genuine personal change. His legacy extends beyond comedy into the realm of mental health awareness, demonstrating that celebrity could serve purposes beyond entertainment alone. Number 2, we have Diedrich Bader as Oswald Lee Harvey. Diedrich Bader's path to comedy began in Paris, where his family relocated when he was 2 years old, exposing him to cinema's golden era through Fred Astaire and Charlie Chaplin films. When he returned to the United States for high school, Bader attended the North Carolina School of the Arts, honing skills that would eventually land him guest appearances on Star Trek: The Next Generation, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and Quantum Leap. His work on The Drew Carey Show became a career-defining role, with Bader appearing in all 233 episodes alongside Drew Carey. The character of Oswald Harvey provided an outlet for Bader's particular brand of physical comedy and deadpan delivery. Following the show's conclusion, Bader continued to work steadily in television and film, appearing in Office Space and Napoleon Dynamite, lending his distinctive presence to projects that required intelligent comedic timing. His voice acting career flourished as well, bringing characters to life in animated series including The Simpsons, South Park, and most notably as Batman in Batman, The Brave and the Bold, where his vocal work became synonymous with a particular interpretation of the Dark Knight. Bader's trajectory demonstrates how a strong sitcom foundation could pivot into diverse entertainment opportunities, proving that ensemble cast members could forge independent paths while remaining connected to their origins in network television comedy. Number 3, we have Christa Miller as Kate O'Brien. Christa Miller's tenure on The Drew Carey Show lasted until 2002, when she departed to join the cast of Scrubs as Jordan Sullivan, the acerbic and intimidating ex-wife of Dr. Perry Cox. This transition marked a deliberate career evolution, allowing Miller to showcase range in a medical comedy setting that featured recurring rather than series regular work. Her portrayal of Jordan Sullivan became something of a revelation, catching audiences off guard with unexpected character depth beneath layers of cruelty and control. Over the course of 89 episodes, Miller's performance in Scrubs introduced her to new demographic audiences and expanded her professional reputation beyond Cleveland's sitcom geography. She continued to work consistently thereafter, appearing on Bill Lawrence's Cougar Town, where she played Ellie Torres, essentially a spiritual successor to her Jordan Sullivan character, applying the same comedic venom to relationship dynamics and female friendship. Her more recent work includes appearances on HBO Max's Head of the Class and Apple TV's Shrinking, demonstrating that mid-career transitions need not signal decline, but rather evolution. Miller's example shows how strategic departure from a long-running series could open doors that remained closed within the original context, and how actors could leverage their established personas into new frameworks. Number 4, we have Ryan Stiles as Louis Kinniski. Like Diedrich Bader, Ryan Stiles appeared in all 233 episodes of The Drew Carey Show, creating a consistent comedic presence that anchored the ensemble. Prior to joining the show, Stiles had earned credentials with the Second City Improv Troupe, bringing a trained sensibility toward physical comedy and reaction-based humor. His work as Louis Kinniski showcased an ability to function as both scene partner and emotional reference point, reacting to the chaos around him with expressions that generated laughter without dialogue. After the series ended in 2004, Stiles transitioned into a major television role as Dr. Herb Melnick on 2.5 Men, where he remained from 2004 until the show concluded in 2015, providing 11 years of steady work in network television. More significantly, Stiles returned to his improv roots when he served as executive producer and performer on the CW's revival of Whose Line Is It Anyway?, beginning in 2013. He co-founded the Upfront Theater in Bellingham, Washington, a venue dedicated to improv performance and education, reflecting commitment to nurturing emerging talent rather than merely consuming opportunities. His charitable work raising over $500,000 for the Burned Children Recovery Center since 2009 demonstrates that television visibility could serve purposes beyond career advancement, redirecting professional platform toward vulnerable populations requiring assistance and compassion. Number 5, we have Kathy Kinney as Mimi Bobek. The character of Mimi Bobek was originally conceived as a one-episode guest role, a cosmetics saleswoman intended to appear and disappear in the pilot episode. Positive audience response prompted writers to continue and expand her storyline, eventually making her a series regular who remained through the entire 9-season run. Kathy Kinney, the actress behind this cartoonish character with her excessive makeup and flamboyant wardrobe, had previously earned television credits on Newhart, Seinfeld, and Grace Under Fire. Her work on The Drew Carey Show became the role she remained most associated with in the public consciousness. Following the series' conclusion, Kinney shifted her professional focus toward entrepreneurship and authorship rather than pursuing additional acting opportunities. In 2008, she co-founded MrsP.com, an entertainment website specifically designed for children, positioning herself as both businesswoman and content creator. She co-authored the book, Queen of Your Own Life, The Grown-Up Woman's Guide to Claiming Happiness and Getting the Life You Deserve, with Cindy Ratzlaff in 2010, demonstrating interest in empowerment and self-help narratives targeting female audiences. Kinney's career arc shows that television success could serve as a launching pad for ventures outside the entertainment industry proper, and that some performers found greater fulfillment in building businesses than in continuing to pursue acting roles. Number 6, we have Craig Ferguson as Nigel Wick. Craig Ferguson's career would eventually encompass many different roles, but his work as Nigel Algernon Wick on The Drew Carey Show proved pivotal in establishing him as a figure in American television comedy. Ferguson adopted an exaggerated posh English accent for the character, deliberately choosing the affectation to make up for generations of English actors doing crap Scottish accents. His portrayal of Drew's boss evolved from a guest character into a series regular, appearing in 187 episodes across 8 seasons. The character remained crude, boisterous, offensive, and deeply troubled, a cocaine addict forced into rehab, yet somehow endearing despite his terrible behavior. Ferguson's performance demonstrated how an actor could make deeply flawed characters sympathetic through skilled comedic execution. Following The Drew Carey Show, Ferguson's career expanded into hosting and substantial late-night television work, an opportunity that completely transformed his professional standing and introduced him to broader audiences than sitcom television could reach. His willingness to explore darker material in his comedic presentation developed partially through playing Nigel Wick's unstable character, informed later work that emphasized personal vulnerability and confession as comedic tools. Ferguson's trajectory from character actor in ensemble cast to prominent media figure illustrates how individual performances within group dynamics could serve as stepping stones toward more prominent visibility and influence. Number 7. We have John Carroll Lynch as Steve Carey. John Carroll Lynch earned early recognition for his role as Norm Gunderson in the Coen brothers' 1996 film Fargo, establishing himself as a character actor of considerable skill before joining The Drew Carey Show as Steve Carey, Drew's cross-dressing brother. His appearance on the show stretched across 7 seasons, from 1997 through 2004, with 74 episodes providing substantial screen time for character development. Lynch's work in this role required nuance and empathy, approaching Steve's gender expression with respect rather than mockery, a progressive stance for 1990s network television comedy. His film career continued to expand during and after his time on the series, including appearances in Face Off, Gothica, Zodiac, Gran Torino, and Shutter Island. More recently, Lynch became widely recognized for his appearances on multiple seasons of American Horror Story between 2014 and 2019, most memorably portraying Twisty the Clown, a character that demonstrated his capacity to inhabit deeply unsettling personas. In 2020, Lynch assumed a lead role in the ABC crime drama Big Sky, playing Rick Legarsky, expanding his presence on prestige network television. His theatrical work has also expanded, with a 2025 Broadway debut in Oedipus, directed by Robert Icke, placing him alongside classical acting traditions. Lynch's career shows how solid ensemble work could provide a foundation for diverse opportunities across film, television, and stage, allowing actors to maintain employment while developing craft across multiple performance contexts. Number 8, we have Cynthia Watros as Kelly Newmark. Cynthia Watros entered The Drew Carey Show during its 8th season in 2002, replacing Christa Miller in the position of Drew's primary romantic interest. Her character, Kelly Newmark, was established as Drew's childhood friend who had harbored unrequited feelings since high school. The final 2 seasons traced their relationship development from childhood friendship to marriage, providing narrative closure that balanced the sitcom's overall tone. Watros's casting introduced new energy during the show's final chapter, and her work proved competent enough to satisfy audience expectations for a closing chapter to Drew's romantic storyline. Beyond The Drew Carey Show, Watros achieved significant fame through her appearance on the ABC series Lost, where she portrayed psychologist Libby, a member of the Tailies who survived the second plane crash. Her work on Lost introduced her to a much larger audience and broader cultural consciousness than the later seasons of The Drew Carey Show could provide, as that series had begun its ratings decline by the early 2000s. Watros has continued working in television and film, maintaining a career trajectory that benefited from high-profile work on prestige drama productions alongside her earlier sitcom experience. Her presence on The Drew Carey Show during its final phase demonstrates how replacement casting could serve legitimate narrative purposes rather than merely substituting for departing talent. Number 9. We have Ian Gomez as Larry Almada. Ian Gomez appeared in 38 episodes of The Drew Carey Show as Larry Almada, a co-worker at Winfred Lauder who functioned as recurring character rather than series regular. His work in this role provided supplementary comedic support and allowed for character interaction without demanding the sustained commitment required of principal cast members. Gomez's background included training at the Second City Improv Theater, lending him the foundation necessary for sketch comedy and reactive humor. Following The Drew Carey Show, Gomez achieved substantial television success through series regular roles on Felicity, where he played Javier, and later on Cougar Town, where he portrayed Andy, a character that allowed for comedic exploration of male sensibility within female-centered narrative space. His marriage to actress-writer Nia Vardalos, known for writing and starring in My Big Fat Greek Wedding, positioned him within entertainment industry networks that opened additional professional opportunities. Gomez's career path demonstrates how supporting roles in ensemble casts could provide visibility and credibility sufficient to land subsequent series' regular work, and how secondary performers could navigate toward more prominent roles through strategic career choices and continued professional development in performance-based contexts and improvisation training. The Drew Carey Show itself existed within a specific cultural moment, when network television still dominated entertainment consumption, when sitcoms remained the primary vehicle for comedic storytelling, and when ensemble casts could develop over 9 seasons with audience investment that accumulated through repetition and familiarity. The show's willingness to address mental health, addiction, weight, and reinvention positioned it ahead of much contemporary television in its thematic sophistication and emotional vulnerability. For the 9 performers featured in this retrospective, the series provided either a launching pad toward greater prominence or a stable career foundation that allowed them to remain working in entertainment for decades. Some found substantial film opportunities, others pursued theatrical work, and still others explored entrepreneurship and business ventures beyond performance. The passage of decades has allowed for assessment of how individual careers evolved following television exposure, revealing patterns of evolution, resilience, and strategic decision-making that shaped professional trajectories long after the series finale aired in 2004. The work they performed during the show's broadcast run remains available for viewing, documenting a specific era of American comedy and a particular cast of performers who managed to transform ordinary material into television worth revisiting across generations.